Welcome to November's video. I'm so glad that you guys came back and decided to click on this thumbnail or just specifically watching something on this channel. And if you are new, welcome. I wanted to say thank you for anybody that shows up, anybody that has subscribed, has watched. I feel very thankful because amongst all of these great videos and all this AI slop online, it's nice to know that at least some people do watch. So to get into the topic of the video, this video is going to be about memory keeping. This is something that I started thinking about again after I had my whole entire fill of brain rotting. It was from Mother's Day all the way till now. Watching people make things online is very inspiring. It's also very entertaining. It's also very educational. But I noticed that you can only take in so much, and after a while it starts to cripple you or freeze you from actually taking action in your own life. I see myself reflecting whether this amount of time spent online, is this going to help build memories for me? Maybe it's just me, but you tell me, do you ever feel that you are building some type of memories by consuming all of this fast-paced, short form, or even long form content? When I've been reflecting on this, I reference to the book by The Art of Making Memories, How to Create and Remember Happy Moments by Mike Viking, who is the CEO of the Happiness Research Institute in Copenhagen. And he brings out a couple of things just to help put importance into memory record keeping. Because at the end of the day, once you consume and absorb all this content that had really nothing to do with you, it's not going to be memorable. Some of the things that stood out to me from his book was the loss of memories. Once we have those loss of memories, we forget who we are. Those are the things that shape who we are and what we are and how we act. And we don't actually end up having that core memories that we can go back and be nostalgic about. That when we are building memories, we're using all of our senses. Seeing, touching, feeling, tasting, hearing, all the 5 senses that we use when we are building memories. There's only 2 things that you do when you are online, which is seeing and hearing. Do you keep track of everything that you feel and you see when you're online? I know sometimes in this video I'm going to come across as like analog life versus digital life, which is a topic that has been coming up a lot on my most recent videos. When you think about it, when we share online, that life is no longer ours. We're sharing it with others. All of those videos that you consume, you don't taste them, you don't touch them, you don't feel it, you can't smell it, you only see it, but you don't really have to remember it. Very few things can actually be remembered for memory keeping. And the third thing that stood out to me from this book, that we also need to reflect on our good memories by focusing on the positive narrative in our life. We're all just humans going through human experiences. Some of us have it worse than others. Some of us have it better than others. Once you learn to focus on the positive narrative of your life, we should always be the hero of our own journey. We made it through XYZ hardship. And this is why I've been thinking a lot about memory building. When I reflect back on my life, I want it to be a good one. I've had journals for such a long time, mostly writing journals. And I don't know why it never occurred to me until this year that I like to draw and I like to write. So why did I not make a sketchbook journal? I don't know why I never thought about that. I might have learned really late in life. So there's several ways to outsource your memories. As Mike Viking mentions in his book, you can start to build a loci, which is Latin for a place. You can build a memory palace. In this memory palace, you can put in all of your memories that you have, whether to print your photographs, video record your memories, collect things, memorable moments that you want to remember later on when you paint. This is why I journal, because I want to keep those memories. I want to be able to share those memories later on with my children. And yes, I do share them with you guys. Of course, I don't share every single thing that I do, but I try to share as much as I can. These are different ways of you can memory build. Be your memory recorder. Record your history. This is something that I'm always thinking about because of all the changes here in the States, especially. Like, history is getting rewritten online and in book. If you really think about it, do you really want companies to be in charge of your own history because you leave everything online? You leave everything on the cloud? I'm a huge believer in record keeping our stories alive outside of those frameworks. Start documenting your memories. Start journaling to keep track of those memories. And that's really the whole point of this video, is to encourage you, whatever age you are, start documenting. Find a way to document your memories. Make sure you have some kind of tangible thing for you to pass on. It's very nice to think back and reflect that, yes, YouTube has allowed me to be more creative and keep a digital memory, a digital footprint of what I'm creating. But at the same time, it's giving me a lot of encouragement to take charge of my own record keeping. Record your memories, record your history. Thank you for watching.